is a very powerful herb, and cayenne pepper moves blood. Cayenne pepper can be used internally and it can be used externally. The easiest way to take cayenne pepper internally is to start with about 1/4 teaspoon, put it in a cup, add water, mix it round and just drink it down. It'll tingle for a bit, but the tingling subsides. I find most people can build up to 1/2 teaspoon. Why would someone take cayenne pepper like that? Cayenne pepper thins the blood. I know several people that have chosen to stop warfarin and their blood thinning medication and go on the cayenne pepper. And one lady told me that her husband went to the doctor and he said, "I don't know what you're doing, but keep doing it." Because the cayenne pepper was keeping that blood nice and thin. No side effects to the cayenne pepper either. Cayenne pepper thins the blood. Cayenne pepper strengthens the arterial walls. Cayenne pepper, I was reading, has also the ability to rebuild the heart muscle. A lady I tended one day because she just had a heart attack. It was at our health retreat in Melbourne. I was given the call. A lady's had a heart attack. I went running down and her husband was there. He said she's already had 3 this year. She was 80. When I looked at her, she was very pale. There was a man holding a pulse. He said, "The pulse is almost gone." I said, "Quick, cayenne pepper." I got about 1/2 teaspoon, just put it straight into her mouth. I'd say 2 minutes. And the guy holding a pulse, he yelled out, "The pulse is strong." In only 2 minutes, all the blood came back to her face. She blinked and sat up. We gave her a glass of water. She said she didn't even feel the heat in her mouth. What did that cayenne pepper do? It immediately thinned the blood. It opened all of those capillaries and got a dramatic delivery of blood all through the body. When you think about it, 1 minute for 1 drop of blood to go around the whole body. You have glands under your tongue called sublingual glands, and it can take it straight into the blood. So it's very dramatic. So cayenne pepper is a remarkable herb. Cayenne pepper will thin the blood. Cayenne pepper will rebuild heart muscle. Cayenne pepper will strengthen the arterial walls. Cayenne pepper is a blood stimulant, and anything that stimulates blood stimulates healing. In fact, it has been said that you put cayenne pepper with any other herb and you will increase its effectiveness. You can use it internally. You can use it for a sore throat. Yes, it'll tingle at first, but once the tingling dies down, the sore throat is greatly relieved. You can use it for low hydrochloric acid. It'll wake anything up. It wakes stomachs up. In the book Back to Eden, Jethro Kloss quotes a couple of doctors in his 10 pages on the cayenne pepper. And one doctor says it's impossible to abuse cayenne pepper. Another doctor says it will never cause a lesion. It feels like it's burning, but really it's just stimulating. You can use it externally also to bring blood to an area. And where I find it very helpful, if someone has no feeling in their feet or they have peripheral neuropathy, and sometimes that's a side effect of having chemotherapy, or if someone continually has cold feet. Perfect health requires perfect circulation, and perfect circulation means your feet and your hands are warm. So what you do if someone has cold feet, you cannot do this treatment to them. Because if they have continually cold feet and you put the cold feet in hot water, you can damage the tissues. If someone has no feeling in their extremities, you must not do the hot. You can damage the tissues. But you can do what I'm about to show you, which is a olive oil and cayenne pepper compress. Now what I've got is cling wrap down there, and I've got a double layer of kitchen paper, and I'm going to sprinkle it with a little bit of olive oil. You could use castor oil if you like, but olive oil will suffice. And you spread it over the area, because what you want to do is put enough olive oil on there so that the cayenne pepper will stick to it. Don't put too much olive oil on, because if you put too much olive oil on, the oil can leak out, and that's no fun on socks and sheets. So what I've done now is I've put the olive oil on like that, and now I'm going to sprinkle cayenne pepper. And what you would do is you would do about half a teaspoon to a foot. If you don't put the olive oil on there, the cayenne pepper just falls off. And then the foot goes straight on that. And that will never burn. So you see what I've done now? And you see that cayenne pepper is sticking quite nicely to the olive oil. Then you put the foot straight on there, and you put the Glad wrap over, and then you put a sock on. If you don't want that much Glad wrap on your foot, you can just end the Glad wrap a little past the kitchen paper, and you put a nice firm fitting sock on. Now, if I put that on someone with good circulation, by morning their feet are very hot, but not till morning. If I put that on someone with no feeling in their feet, by morning they're telling me they've got pins and needles in their feet. For someone with very poor circulation, cold feet, it sometimes will take a few days. If I did that on my feet 2 nights in a row, I'd want my feet in ice water all day. My feet would get too hot. It's a very gentle treatment. It will never hurt, but it's a very gentle way of increasing the blood supply to the extremities. So anyone who has lost feeling in any part of their body, you can apply these cayenne pepper compresses. And you can even make them beforehand and turn them over like that. So if you're visiting someone with